Alright, welcome back to another episode of Kunado Chronicles. The glorious afterglow. I'm lying in bed looking out beyond the screens again. A blue sky. Brown chocolate nip. I mean, it must be getting close to evening, but the summer days are long. I look back at Haruhime. Hey, Haru, are you awake? She's pressed against me, her eyes closed. If she's still asleep, then maybe I can just let this issue lie.
なんでしょう。
I like your nip, bro. She quietly then replies, her eyes closed. Stop it. You're gonna get yourself in trouble, do it. She's afterglowing too, but she's awake. Do you remember what you shouted on the rooftop yesterday?
はい。
Haruhime gives a brief pause, and then nods.
恥ずかしくて忘れたいと思いますが、あれで兄様と結ばれたのなら忘れがたい思い出です。
Shit, I completely forget. I guess I'll have to cover stuff. What is it? Yes, I'm so embarrassed that you like to forget, but that's going to be hard considering it's also what brought us together. Right. I stroke her hair. She's hot and sweaty, but her hair is still beautiful.
私が姉様を殺した
About me?
ですね。
Killing my sister? Haruhime says it's for me? You really do remember?
うかつでしたが、止められませんでしたね。
I dropped my guard. I couldn't stop myself. Haruhime stirs. She presses into me. Still mostly birthdays shooted? What did that mean?
話を聞けば大したことではないのです。
Not that much when you hear it. She mutters gently. But we're pressed together, meaning the quiver of her body is clearly imparted to me. If she actually explains it, she might be right. It probably isn't too big a deal. But for Haruhime, it was serious enough for her to fall apart screaming.
夏姉様はデッキと争うことを嫌っていました。
Natsuhime didn't want to fight the Teki.
幼少の頃からずっと黒髪を打倒するのは姉様しかいないと言われ続けていて、
She was a child that she was the only one who could defeat the Kurakami.
事実それだけの強さがあっても戦うことを恐れていました。
It doesn't matter how strong she was scared of fighting. I get it. I understand. Her feelings were much like my own.
そんな姉様を父へと赴かせたのが
And I'm the one
私なのです。
who sent her out there to die. Haruhime makes this admittance, just slipping it into the conversation. Her body feels like it contracts a little. She's keeping down the feelings welling up inside. I see. Now I understand. I envelop Haruhime in my arms. I don't need her to say anything more. But if she wants to get it all off her chest, I'm happy to quietly listen.
あなたが目覚める100日前、戦いがありました。
100 days before you awoke, there was a battle?
どうしてその日に戦いがあったのかということです。
As to why there was a battle that day.
私は顔も知らぬ秋姉様や両親が亡くなり、夏姉様が一の神になってから、長い時間が経ってから、
A long time had passed since my sister Aki and my parents passed away. People whose faces I don't even recall. And since Natsuhime became Ichinokami, there had to be a trigger.
簡単なことです。
Just a simple thing.
姉は100日前にはもう人としての存在を保てなくなっていました。
Natsuhime was losing the ability to remain human.
限界だったのです。
She had reached her limit.
それでも姉様は黒髪と戦う気などなかったのです。
But even so, Natsuhime didn't want to fight the Kurokami.
あの人は臆病で停滞の象徴だった。
She was a coward, the symbol of stagnation.
ですから
So I begged
私が
her.
頼んだのです。関東を救いください。
Save Kanto.
黒髪を打倒してください。
Defeat the Kurokami?
姉様、せめて消えるなら英雄として消えてください。
If you have to vanish, please vanish as a hero.
私がそう懇願したのです。
That's what I begged her.
その日、姉様は関東の西、千本鳥居の向こうへ消えました。
That day, Natsuhime vanished towards the west of Kanto, beyond the 1,000 gates. Haruhime grabs my arm.
安寧を捨ててでも未来を見たかった私が姉様を殺したのです。
I wanted to see the future so badly that I was willing to give up our stability, and I killed my sister for it. Her voice is trembling. Yesterday she cried her eyes out, but she doesn't have any tears left today. I don't see a thing. I can't speak. I simply hold Haruhime tighter. The end of Natsuhime? I can't comment on it. I've got no idea what the goddess was thinking. Yet I do have one thought. That she was also just a human being. Kunado Chronicles. Full Metal Alchemist. A few days pass. Quiet, leisurely days. Well, for me, they were fulfilling days, enjoying multiple physical encounters with Haruhime, but maybe I'll detail those in a different fashion. Kanto had simply been inflamed by my awakening. The rest of the time, it's a pretty peaceful place. These peaceful days suit me better. And today, after something of a hiatus, we're having a school lesson. In summary, the basic flow of an election involves candidates putting their names forward, being given a period to appeal to people, and then a vote taking place. I read up a simple explanation of the election system from ancient Japan on the blackboard. Today's lesson is about politics. We're laying the foundations for the separation of the ruler and each Nokami as originated by a king.
経済に比べれば特に難しいことはありませんね。むしろ最後の投票って喫茶店のやり方がそのまま使えるんじゃないかな。
The two intellectuals from among the swords soon catch on. Yep, the cafe might work as a good example. We can give out voting slips instead of money. Have people write the name of who they want as ruler, and then collect them up again. We'll set a voting period and gather them at the palace entrance. Well, to be honest, I don't know much about elections or politics either. In the past, organizations were created to watch over elections and ensure they went fairly, along with a whole bunch of laws. Count us basically 800 pumpkins at the moment. We don't need to go quite so hard with it.
何にせよ新たな統治者を選ぶと言っても最初は春と茜しか立候補しないだろう。
Ida seems to get a chill, chuckling.
茜、一の神にはなるけど統治者にはならないわよ。お姉ちゃんならそうだよね。
The twins are so straightforward. From the position of popularity, I think it would be fun if you did throw your hat in the ring again. But we're not going to force anything. I chuckle at the king's departure from politics. I denied at the Shiki attack. Akin said that she wanted to fight to protect everyone in Kanta. Whether a politician or a soldier, both are jobs to support a nation. It's up to the individual to make their own choice.
シン様、立候補が春姫様だけだった場合、選挙はどうなるんですか？
Yuri is running to keep up with the conversation. Then we won't need an election. That was a term for it. Running unopposed?
なるほど。手間が減りますね。
Yuri gives a happy nod. She believes completely in Haruhime remaining as ruler.
まあ、今すぐに選挙というものをしても、私が統治者のままになるだろうと思っていましたが。
Haruhime looks around the room, shaking her head. She's looking at the pieces arrayed here. With the guard picking up the slack, all of the 8 swords remaining in Kanto are gathered here today.
試しに選挙をやってみるなら、そうですね。ツバメとユーリは強制的に立候補させましょう。なんで？はるちゃん？
The two named individuals both exclaimed their surprise. Not to mention the thorny concept of making them run.
なんでも何も候補を2人以上にしないと選挙ができないではありませんか。待って私統治者になろうとか全然考えてないし関係ないし。私はもっと関係ありませんよ。
Even if it was just an experience, neither of them can accept it. And with good cause.
問題ありませんよ。最初は私が選ばれるでしょうし、万が一ツバメやユーリが統治者となってもそれはそれで関東は回ります。
While making her casual rationalization, Haruhime looks over at the freehold slaves she did pull from her hat.
逆に万が一があったら困る選定は避けていますしね。
Fujita and Aoi, those who would bring the politic gears of Kanta grinding to a halt. The pure combat swords both seem to be enjoying this. Yes! I avoided this possibility! In other words, well, they can't really consider this anything to do with themselves. To be quite honest, I'm jealous of the way... I know, Fujita is doing something horrendous. To keep the population stabilized. I know that's important, but dark, but important too. To be quite honest, I'm jealous of the way they can live in such a forthright manner.
何？なんで葵と冬人は笑ってるの？
The elder sister is a different story. Okay, doing it once for an experiment makes sense. I'll leave that with you, Haruhime. I tie things up. I made this lesson about elections just to set things up for the future. Once the school is open to everyone and more people in content become individuals, that's when things really kick off.
少し先回りしすぎな気もしますが。
Haruhime is thinking more deeply about this than everyone else. She's smart. I keep it simple, but does anyone have any questions? I leave Haruhime's mother's comment alone and look over the others in the classroom. I don't expect any questions in particular.
すみません。また私で。
Yes? In the front, Yuri timidly raises her hand.
以前、シン様の書かれた古代の知識を読んだのですが、選挙というものを行わない国の統治方法もあるのですよね。他の方法が関東に合っているかを検討する方が先ではないのですか？
She's taking the lesson seriously and has even done some prior reading. Right, that was a thing. Sorry if that's swag. I asked for questions, but now I scratch at my cheek. Honestly, explaining political systems isn't the easiest thing for me either. Democracy, communism, dictatorship, monarchy, even feudalism. I know the words, Do I know the meaning? No. But I can't explain the finer points of each one. Seriously, I can't even... can't we get an internet app in this council?
真の書き出した知識には
Would be nice.
民主主義にも問題はあるけど他の制度よりマシと古代で言われていたとなっていましたね。
Yeah, that was definitely a thing. Bad regulations win today again.
イギリスのチャーチル首相の格言ですね。原文はもっと辛辣な表現ですが、
Oh, you know that one too, you?
私も古代の格言として記録しているだけです。
So she doesn't know the details either?
兄様、真の個人的な考えとして今後の関東の統治方法について民主主義というものを推奨することでよろしいのですか？あ、私が確認したかったこともそれです。
Haruhime summarizes the situation and Yuri gives a nod too. Barely under the intent of it being required at some point in the future, I have no qualms with recommending democracy. At the same time, I don't think it's going to be a problem for the next few years. Maybe 10, maybe more.
10年？何みんなそんな先の話をしてたの？
I chuckle at the king's surprise. That's right. Even if you hold an election now, Haruhime would clearly win. A king might put up a fight if she had a change of heart about running. But that's about it. That's an arrow possible future. Personally speaking, if I could get a glimpse of that future, then I do love to see it. In the long term, in 10 years, our citizens may have become individual enough to want to run themselves.
やれやれ。10年も今のままというのは面倒ですね。
That comment might be a little too honest coming from the current ruler. Well, our political format will depend on how content develops from this point. Rather than just giving my opinions, we need to think about this together. Making a new town outside of content has also come up previously. We'll need some way to run that. If the development continues apace, the time to communicate between locations will start to cause issues. And so self-governance might have to be a thing. Now we are getting into feudal lord territory. In the Middle Ages, the largest territory anyone could hope to directly hold was probably just a few days' ride by horse. I was kidding about the internet before, but it might actually be worth chatting with the professor about getting some form of wireless communication going. In that light, the development of a political system will probably go hand in hand with the individualization of the population and the development of education and communications technology. Well, that's everything I've got to say today. I'll look around the classroom again, but there doesn't seem to be any fresh questions or opinions.
では、他に誰か報告や話したいことはありますか？
After I wrap things up, Haruhime steps in. Everyone else looks at each other and then start to look away. Almost as though an unseen elephant in the room is hitting them with its trunk. I'm wondering what could it mean? Mysteriously enough, how I seem to finally settle on a cane.
茜なの？仕方ないわね。
Yeah, you little weirdo. Akane gives a snort. Then she looks at the Haruhime at me with a bright smile.
ねえ、春姫とシンって恋仲になったんでしょ？それで今はどうなってるの？
Sex. And nipple eating. I wonder if this might be about that. I give a wry laugh and maybe ass eating too, who knows? It seems that everyone has been waiting until my lesson's finished to find out what's been going on with us. This is the first time Haruhime and I have appeared in public together since the display in the Crafters District.
なんですか？8件が揃ってそんなことを気にしているのですか？
Rime tries to give a lofty reply, but her face is so red, it's obvious she's embarrassed.
いや、私は 二人は似合いだと思うし
Thank you.
そっとしておこうと考えていたよ。
ねえ、茜も気になるわ。
But Ida seems happily to back off, while the twins act like girls hungry for gossip.
ツバメとユーリもですか？
それはね、気になるよ。
気にならないと言えば嘘になりますし、護衛隊だけでなく町の者たちもどうなっているのだろうと気にはしています。ああ、そういえば皆の前で騒ぎにした後、布告や報告などはしていませんでしたね。
Fair enough. Arima starts to look a bit worried. She's getting used to it by now, but at first, the curious looks from the people visiting her office had freaked her out and sent her running to my bed. to my bed. A ruler has to let people know more about their personal life, including potential failures, than one might be comfortable with. Or maybe this is more like gossip about a celebrity?
兄様、当事者なのに人事のように笑いながら眺めるのやめていただけませんか？
Yes and no? I mean, no and yes? Hey, you can't exactly jump into this conversation. I might be calm at the exterior, but I'm pretty embarrassed by this too.
二人ともお外で全然見かけなかったけど、隠れてるの？
If you want to make this PG, then yes.
春姫ちゃん、恥ずかしがってるの？
The twins move up around Haruhime and start chattering away.
別に隠れてはいませんよ。ただ、私もシンも活発に歩き回る趣味はなく、王宮内をぶらついているだけでも十分なんです。
私は二人をたまに見かけてたけど、廊下に座って池に足を入れて涼みながらお茶を飲んでたね。何それ、そんなことしてて楽しいの？
楽しいですよ。
Haruhime replies promptly to Akin's puzzled question.
やっぱり好き合った相手といるだけで楽しいんだね。そういうことでは。そういうことですね。
You little freaking pervert. Haruhime realizes she walked into that one and her face gets even redder.
はるちゃんは男の子と付き合う時も事務的に済ませることになると思ってたけど、新お兄さんとは照れるような仲になれたんだね。
ちょっと、冬兄さんはともかく男の真の前でそういうことを言うのはやめておきなさい。
Yeah, my brother's a pussy.
私はともかくか。
Everyone is getting excited around Haruhime. In the past, with the Swamp Chanter roles, this would be the equivalent of men's locker room talk.
何よ春姫、いつもは澄ました顔で何でもバッサリ話すくせに。ひっひっひ、新お兄ちゃんの前でなんて言ってるけど、もう二人ともやることはやってるんでしょ？
まあ、それはもちろん。
Do you have any issues about that one? No? Cool.
ふむ。言霊使いの血は問題ないか。
妊娠は言霊で確実にすることができますからね。あとは十月10日、元気に育ってくれるのを祈るばかりです。
Haruhime dreamily puts her hands on her tummy. Wow, I've been confronted by this much Kanto in a while. The atmosphere is light, but they are talking about important matters for the next generation. Although I've got to admit, ejaculating into her after being told she would 100% get pregnant was a thrilling and complicated feeling. Get pregnant. I still can't get quite as logical about all of this myself. As I'm thinking,
シン様、
you keeping out of the festival dissecting my sex life comes over to me. Yeah?
春姫様がきちんと楽しそうにされていることはすぐに分かりましたが、シン様はどうですか？
Yep. Yuri hasn't come to make fun of me, but to make sure I'm in a good place. Don't worry, I'm enjoying myself.
それなら良かったです。
Yuri accepts my reply with a smile and then looks around.
八犬様たちもこういうことで賑やかにすることがあるのですね。
They sure can. It's a good thing. I look back over everyone in the classroom.
よーし、あなたたち全員まとめてかかってきなさい。
ここで一の神の座を渡してもらえるってわけね。上等よ。やったやったね。やっちゃおう。
やれやれ、全員まとめてなら私もか。
ちょっと待って、はるちゃん、私も。
問題もよ。
Hold on! More chatter, please! I'll look away for 10 seconds, and suddenly there's a fight starting! But what do you expect from me? A classic Shin response. But I'm learning too. Accelerate! It's just arm strength! Indestructible! I think things are simpler than grabbing the color of the fuse of this power tag, Harina, and start to run.
ちょっと兄様。
Now we had enough chatter! I kicked through the paper screen, sports scouted the corridor and away from the classroom. Another day, another cut adventure. Took a grab like a kitten and skedaddled. That's cute. A short while later, we crossed the fence, gate, forest, and slope. Okay, that should be far enough. Even the twins won't come this far. Probably not anyway. Please don't come, Akeen. I'll look up at the palace for the Casper's district and give a sigh of relief. The distance might seem extreme, but it's worth being careful.
もう何ですか兄様、強引ですね。
Harime swats my hand off her collar, spinning around and landing with elegance and grace.
いいところでしたのに。
No, they weren't. They're about to get dangerous.
危なくなんてありません。最近の私は絶好調ですよ。
I'm not whenever I get hit by a table. Which is exactly why. Not dangerous for you, but for me. Tsubame, Yuri. I'm thinking about a guess for you hit at you. I give an hour sigh. I wish you would stop these Ballery elves that drag everyone around them into it. Also, you're pregnant. Think about a baby.
時期で言えば、まだまだ人の形もしていませんよ。
Okay. When it comes to raw practicality, it seems Daddy won't be able to defeat Mommy. Well, you do seem to be in top form, Haru. I shift into a brighter mood, enjoying your happiness with a smile.
で、こんなところまで来てしまって、どうするんです？
After what is said back there, I think we need to show ourselves off a little.
ああ、なるほど。
Hey guys, we're dating! She gets me. They made a good point. You caused a big fuss with the confession, but then forgot to let everyone in Kanta know what happened next. We forgot in a fog of happiness.
あなたと二人でこの辺りをうろうろしているだけでも十分ですね。
I concur. We don't need more of a plan than that. I raise my hand and greet some nearby fox masks with a smile. Why did we go and see Samechu? Have you met your baby yet?
見ましたよ。可愛かったですね。
Arima wriggles a little, perhaps remembering the cute baby.
ちなみにソメさんと赤子を見舞ったのは私が一番手です。
Really? Our first mowing as ever.
産後のソメさんと赤子が人と接触しても良いという許可を出したのは私ですからね。
I see. That sounds like cheating. Sneaky little kitten?
そう。私はずるいのですよ。
Arima realizes fox masks are gathering around us and gives them a smile.
何せ、ソメさんとそのお子に真っ先に謝るべきは私でしたからね。
She continues with a smile fixed in her face for the benefit of the cheap seats. Oh yeah, she did make this whole place, including her home, into a danger zone. I see. Wow, you're cheating all over the place. You little whore. She set her whole bell up, but it wasn't for her own personal benefit. Yeah, no. I'm partially responsible too. I wasn't strong enough to live in Kanto.
しかしこうも目立ってしまうともはやどこへ行っても変わりませんね。
There's already a crowd of more than 20 people around us. Adding in the people looking from a distance, that number jumps to dozens, if not more than 100. As word spreads, I'm sure more people will gather too. We don't be getting much privacy outside the palace for a while.
この姿は目立ちますしね。やはり丈が短いんですよ。
Haruhime flares its skirt, making her eyes big and round as she jokes. You do look very cute.
あなたも可愛い。
I don't think that that's a compliment. I want to screw my face up, but people are watching, so I managed to smile. I feel like a celebrity having everyone watching us. But I'm not a celebrity. I'm not accustomed to this.
あ、サメさんがいますよ。
Haruhime spots Same among the crowd. They all look like fox masks to me. Shall we escape into Same's workshop? I don't like all these eyes on me.
そうしましょうか。兄様の口元の笑みが引きつってきていますよ。
I can't keep this up much longer. I touch my cheek, pushing at the aching corner of my mouth. Haruhime watches with adoring eyes.
一の神を泣かせた男として兄様もこういう視線になれませんとね。
Holding grudges, huh? No place to hide now. I'm already a sword of Kanto.
とはいえ民の目に留まるために歩こうと言っていたのにこれほど早く姿を消しては逆効果になるかもしれませんね。
Well, if you want to stay out here, I will too. I can't leave her alone with the crowd. Sadly, she closes in with me, her face filling mine. Thanks. Something I've been feeling a lot lately spreads from my lips. A kiss? It lasts for just a moment and then she backs off again.
ひとまず民にはこの一撃を見せつけておけば十分でしょう。
Darby. She's playing it cool, but her face is bright red and very gassy. I'm on my hand from a cheek to my lips, making some wordless sounds. That kiss was definitely a surgical strike. Honestly, I bet I'm even redder than she is. The fox masks around us are also generating that Kanda classic response. Hubba hubba. They go around wearing masks all day long, so seeing an unmasked man and woman kissing seems to have had even more impact than expected.
さあ兄様行きましょう。
Haruhime takes my arm as I stagger and leads me away. They're probably heading towards Summit's workplace. But I do like to just jump into the river. And my face is so hot I can't contain my mother as I hide my mouth with my hand. Okay.
見せつけてくれたねお二人さん。
Yeah, good thing we didn't start to have sex out on Homer Chew in the middle of the street. Other than that, sorry for keeping the episode short, but I'm dealing with stomach issues. It's kind of difficult to continue on without wincing quietly in pain. But other than that, I'll see you in another episode real soon. So subscribe. It's free. Thanks.